Hey guys, I'm Trina and welcome to another Tuesday Talks. Tuesday Talks is a Goodreads group created by Janie and Janelle, which gives us a weekly topic to discuss, and all book nerds are welcome to join in. As always, there's a link in the description box down below in case you want to check it out and join in the conversation. This week's topic is, do you consider manga and or graphic novels to be reading, and do you count them as books read? Much like last week's topic, which was about audiobooks, my immediate response to this question is to say yes, of course it counts as reading. This week it's not a question of reading versus listening. In manga and graphic novels and comics, there are actually words on the page, so by every definition of the word reading, yes, they are reading. Now this topic is probably up for debate because there are illustrations in these books. So if a book is illustrated, does that make it easier? I absolutely don't think illustrations mean that comic books are lacking in content or quality or material. Instead of having descriptions of the world and of characters written out like you would in a regular text novel, this time they are just drawn for you so you can look at them. So that material is still there, it's still present, it is just presented in a different form. Looking at it from the point of view of the effort it takes to create a work of fiction, be it illustrated or not, I feel like they are probably pretty equal. An author does take a lot more time crafting perfect sentence structure and doing a lot of line edits, but an illustrator has a big job to do too. They have to make that same image look exactly the same from frame to frame. I know some comics are produced using like digital means, but for hand-drawn comics at least, you have to get those details perfect each time. And I am not an author, nor am I an artist, but I did used to draw a whole lot, and I have written short stories before, but I feel like the craft of both mediums are fairly equal. I know that some comics and graphic novels have separate authors and illustrators, so I know that's not exactly the same, but all of that material is still there and it does still take time to produce. I do read manga and graphic novels. I usually read in volume form, so there are more than one single issue there. I'm not reading the individual published issues. For instance, I read the Sailor Moon manga, and each volume of that is around 230 pages, and they contain about 4 to 6 single issues or acts. And then I read the Walking Dead bind-ups of those graphic novels. Those are around 120 pages, and they have 6 individual issues within them. So when I read one volume, I count that as one book read, not 6 individual books read, because that's not the format I read it. I probably still would count it if I read a single issue, to be honest. And then there are other graphic novels that are much longer, like Blankets by Craig Thompson. That book is like this thick. It's like probably 600 pages. And to get a better grasp on what those page numbers mean, comparing them to a regular novel, novels are usually considered to be full length when they are 200 pages or more. So there are plenty of graphic novels and comics out there that are just as long, if not longer, than most of your regular books. And lastly, to look at illustrated books in terms of the time it takes me to consume them, yes, there may be 200 pages in a graphic novel and a regular text novel, and it's going to take me longer to read the text than it would the pictures, but I do still take the time to actually look at and take in the images in the illustrated books, so I'm still taking my time on it. I feel like anything where I've spent time out of my day, or I could have been doing something else, should definitely count towards my reading goal. So I do count all illustrated forms of books towards my reading goal. It is still a story consumed. I spent my time on it, but at the end of the year, like I said with the audiobooks topic last week, I do try to differentiate between the different formats of books that I consumed. So I might say I read 100 books this year, but 70 of them were novels, 20 were graphic novels, 10 were audiobooks, then there's short stories and novellas as well. So let's discuss. What I would love to hear from you guys in the comments is, do you read manga, graphic novels, or comic books? If so, let me know what the last one you read was that you really enjoyed, because I would love to hear some recommendations. Also, if you do read them, do you count them towards your reading goal, and how do you feel like they differ from regular text books? I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I will see you in the comments. Bye!